agtereenvolgende neerlae moet die Suid-Afrikaners môre se wedstryd wen om 'n krisis af te weer. Die telefoniese verslag van David van der Sand.
Die nederlaag woensdag teen Otago het die toer tot op die rand van 'n mislukking gebring. Die toerspan kan na die gebeure van die afgelope 14 dae nie nog 'n nederlaag bekostig nie. Canterbury is nie naastenby so sterk soos Otago nie, maar is steeds die 6de beste provinsiale span in Nieu-Seeland en beskik oor die dienste van die All Blacks Graham Basham, Richard Luyt en Mike Brewer. Intussen het die president van die Suid-Afrikaanse Rugby Voetbalunie, Dr. Luyt, hom vroeër vanaand by die span aangesluit, maar van die verwagte ontmoeting tussen hom en die spanbestuur het niks van gekom nie. Dr. Luyt het volstaan deur te sê dat hy in Nieu-Seeland is om die Springbokke te ondersteun.
And now cricket side after winning this morning's tour match against Canterbury. After leading 15-6 at the break, the Boks went on to win 21-11, thanks to 2 tries by Yapi Mulder and the kicking of Andre Joubert. But the match in Christchurch was not without controversy, and there's the possibility that All Black prop Richard Luyt will be cited for foul play. This match report with the visuals courtesy of Supersport.
14 days of hell for the Springboks finally came to an end at Lancaster Park. Again, the South Africans had a good start, albeit a lucky one, when centre Yapi Mulder scored after a missed penalty kick by fullback Andre Joubert. The Boks fullback converted for a 7-0 lead. Canterbury got 2 penalties, but the Springboks were playing a much improved tactical game, which paid off. Left wing Chester Williams started the run, which resulted in a second try for Mulder. Joubert missed the conversion, but slotted a penalty for a 15-6 half-time lead. An early second-half charge by Canterbury sent Mark Mayhofer over for his team's only try for the match. For the first time on tour, however, the penalty count was in South Africa's favour and the scoreboard showed it. Joubert added 3 more penalties to take South Africa to what in the end proved to be a comfortable 21-11 victory. There were mixed feelings of relief and joy in the Springbok camp after the victory. The so-called mess of the last 2 weeks was sorted out without any intervention, and a great deal of pressure on the management, coaches and players lifted.
We put pressure on ourselves by not winning the second test. Maybe if we had a bit of luck we could have pulled it off, but it didn't happen, and then we lost Wednesday. So we put the pressure on ourselves and we needed to perform, I don't think for our critics back home, but for ourselves, and we did play good rugby today.
It's a good win for the Springboks. There were a little bit of pressure on us. We had to win today, but not only winning, it's how we were winning. And I think that the Springboks played a splendid game today.
The match again provided a fair share of controversy, again in the form of a possible citing for foul play. This time though, All Black prop Richard Luyt, wearing the number 3 jersey, could be in trouble for kicking South African number 5 Mark Andrews. The Boks team management will however first study a video of the incident before making a final decision.
On the local front, Transvaal exploded into their 3rd consecutive Lion Cup final, and they'll defend their title against Western Province on the 3rd of September. Transvaal beat Eastern Province 36-12 at Ellis Park, and at Newlands, Province beat Free State by 40 points to 31.
The Newlands faithful were treated to a classic Province performance, and there were tries aplenty. For Province, Morne Visser scored twice, Christian Stewart and Michael Kirsten won apiece. A penalty try consolidated the Province score, with Joel Stransky's boot winning 15 points. Not that Free State crumbled. Leon van der Walt scored twice, and Eric Herbert was a stalwart to the end, scoring 21 points with a try, 4 penalties and 2 conversions. The meagre crowd at Ellis Park was subjected to a dull first half, with Eastern Province leading 9-6 at the break, all the points coming from the boot. Transvaal erupted in the second half with 3 tries, Joopie Adlam, Uli Schmidt and Christian Scholes exploiting the gaps in the EP defence. With an attack like that, the Lions will yet again be indomitable in the final against Western Province.
Leroux is reeds vir 19 maande geskort nadat hy die All Black kaptein in die tweede toets aan die oor gebyt het. Die president van die Suid-Afrikaanse Rugby Voetbalunie, Dr. Luyt, het in Nieu-Seeland gesê geen verdere optrede word teen Leroux beoog nie. David van der Sand uit Rotterdam. Maar David nie, ons het
sy volle steun toegesê aan die Springbokke se bestuur vir die wyse waarop die Leroux aangeleentheid hanteer is. Dit was 'n klaarblyklike poging om die lug te suiwer na gerugte van onmin tussen hom en die spanbestuur. Volgens Dr. Luyt moes die Springbokke egter vroeër op die toer Nieu-Seelandse spelers uitgewys het vir vuilspel. Hy het onder meer verwys na die nommer 2 van Nieu-Seeland, die kaptein Shaun Fitzpatrick, wat die ander betrokke party in die Leroux voorval was. Leroux se appel teen die 19 maande skorsing word môre in Wellington ter tafel gelê. Intussen het die Springbokspan besluit om nie 'n klag van vuilspel teen 'n ander All Black, Richard Luyt, in te dien nie. Daar is volgens die bestuur nie genoeg bewyse dat Luyt sy teenstander Mark Andrews doelbewus geskop en getrap het in gister se wedstryd in Christchurch tussen Canterbury en die Springbokke nie. Luyt is egter in die All Black span ingesluit wat Saterdag in die derde en laaste toets teen die Springbokke speel. Ian Jones, wat Mark Cooksley op slot vervang, is die enigste verandering in die span wat Suid-Afrika in die tweede toets geklop het. David van der Sand, TV1 nuus.
Leroux het Nieu-Seeland se kaptein Shaun Fitzpatrick in die tweede toets in Wellington gebyt. Sy appel dat hy te swaar gestraf is deur 'n appelkomitee in Nieu-Seeland van die hand gewys. Leroux het nie die vergadering bygewoon nie. Hy is onmiddellik na die voorval deur die Springbok toerbestuur na Suid-Afrika teruggestuur.
Dit was een van die skeidingsjare wat ons eintlik ons politiek betref. Ons het die aangeland, ek dink dat toe was die apartheidstelsel baie sterk in die proses. En ek dink dit was hier in Rotorua waar ons aangeland het. En toe het wyle Dr. Verwoerd sy beroemde Loskop dam toespraak gehou. Waarin hy in die toespraak gesê het dat die Maori mense nie meer welkom sal wees om in Suid-Afrika te kom rugby speel nie. Dit was eintlik 'n baie seer punt vir ons gewees, want ek dink dat die tydsberekening van Dr. Verwoerd was uiters verkeerd. Dr. Craven het juis op daardie tyd by ons aangesluit en hy was 'n goeie vriend van die Maoris. En ek dink dat die agting wat die Maoris tot vandag toe vir Suid-Afrikaanse rugby het, is baie te wyte aan Dr. Craven se vriendskap met hulle. En dit vir Dr. Craven in 'n ongemaklike situasie geplaas. Hier kom hy as 'n groot vriend van die Maoris en ons was juist by so 'n marae hier in Rotorua waar hulle die fantastiese verwelkoming vir ons gegee het. En die uiteinde van die storie was geweest dat Dr. Craven moes sy kop in skaamte laat sak en hy kon geen antwoorde gee vir die optrede wat tuis deur die politici plaasgevind het nie. Dit was vir ons 'n baie donker dag en die hele toer het nog voorgelê. Mense waardeer die tradisie wat julle vanaand sien. En ek gaan dit in Engels herhaal. Want die tradisie wat ons hier sien, geen mens, geen stam, geen nasie kan sonder tradisies en sonder die geskiedenis die toekoms ingaan. In 1965, ons heel eerste wedstryd is gespeel in Gisborne. En die skamskakel van daardie span, sy vrou het 'n geboorte gegee aan 'n seun. En my vrou het ook geboorte gegee aan 'n seun dieselfde dag. En hy het na die wedstryd na my toe gekom en gevra of ek nie miskien sal toelaat dat hy sy seun na my kan vernoem nie. Ek het met die grootste plesier vir hom gesê, dit is net 'n voorreg vir my dat hy sy seun na my wil vernoem. En so is ek ook na die wedstryd na die hospitaal toe om na sy vrou en hierdie klein boppejaantjie of wat noem man, daai klein goedjies te gaan kyk. En 29 jaar later, ons het kontak gehou met mekaar, seker vir 10 jaar, en gisteraand, 29 jaar later, het ek weer eens dieselfde man, die vader van die seun, sy moeder het ongelukkig in 'n motorongeluk gesterf, het hulle by my kom besoek aflê nadat ek hulle opgespoor het. Hulle bly steeds in Gisborne en die vader en die seun wat nou 29 jaar oud is met sy vrou en natuurlik ook 'n kleintjie wat bygekom het my kom besoek en dit was 'n wonderlike ondervinding. Wat ek wel wil sê, dink ek dat ten spyte van die feit dat sommige mense my tuis in 1965 kwalijk geneem het deurdat ek my naam laat koppel het aan die Maoris, dink ek dit was toch 'n bedekte seën dat die kringloop is voltooi, dat 29 jaar later en dat ons in hierdie gees ontvang is en die vriendskapsbande wat in 65 gesmee was, kon ons op voortbou. En ek dink dit moet as 'n wonderwerk beskou gewees het in 65 dat ons na 29 jaar hierdie kringloop nou voltooi sien.
Morning. After trailing 11-12 at the break, they beat the Bay of Plenty in Rotorua by 33 points to 12, and they've already moved on to Auckland to prepare for the third test on Saturday. David van der Sant tells us about this morning's mud bath with the match visuals courtesy of Supersport.
Rotorua is known for its natural mud pools, but no one was prepared for the mud bath laid on for this match. The game will be remembered much longer for the conditions than the quality of rugby produced. Struggling to find their feet in the mud, the Springboks found themselves behind by 5 points to 3 after a try by the Bay side. Scrum half Joost van der Westhuizen put in a strong challenge for a place in the test team. South Africa regained the lead through his try, but the Boks were trailing at half-time by 1 point after Bay of Plenty's second score. The Boks played much better in the second 40 minutes. 3 tries, one each by Guy Kebbell, Lance Sherrill and F.A. Meyering, put the result beyond any doubt. Gavin Johnson also played himself into contention for the test team. His 13 points took South Africa to victory. Towards the end, it was hard to tell the players apart, but with the match won, the Springboks started to enjoy the mud bath. They celebrated in strange fashion.
Can you smell how bad this stuff smells? It's not so good. That was great fun out there, David. At least we pulled it through. The guys are happy. Enjoy the rest and all the best for the test side Saturday. Never been this dirty in my life. It's fantastic. And then you had a try as well? Yeah, I love the try. I've never slipped that far in my life. That was great, thanks. Thanks. Can I go to a shower? Okay.
Rugby in Nieu-Seeland kan in môre se derde toetswedstryd in Auckland 'n saakie regstel wat al 45 jaar lank krap. Hy kan ook skoonskip maak in 'n reeks teen Suid-Afrika soos die Springbokke in 1949 teen Fred Allen se All Blacks gemaak het. Nieu-Seeland het die eerste 2 toetse gewen en boonop kon Suid-Afrika laas in 1937 'n toets op Eden Park wen. David van der Sant berig dat die by op die Springbokke se nuuskonferensie voor die wedstryd nie juis uitgelate was nie.
Die Springbokke keer môre terug na Eden Park waar die berugte meelbomtoets van 1981 plaasgevind het. Die Springbokke is in 'n soortgelyke posisie, hoewel die struikelblokke die keer van 'n ander aard is. Die span weet dat Suid-Afrikaanse ondersteuners nog 'n nederlaag nie gaan aanvaar nie.
Sin kry die span heelwat kritiek omrede ons nie die toetsreeks gewen het nie. Maar Saterdag is dit weer 'n toets en is weer 'n toets vir Suid-Afrika. Die spelers speel met geesdrif en met trots en hulle kan 'n goeie wedstryd verwag.
Die spankeuses vir die toets het reeds tot gevolg gehad dat sekere spelers aanloklike teikens vir beroepsrugby geword het. James Small wil beroepsrugby gaan speel as hy nie deel is van die planne vir aanstaande jaar se wêreldbeker nie. Joost van der Westhuizen oorweeg dit ook om in Australië te gaan speel. In internasionale rugby word sukses gemeet aan dit wat in toetswedstryde gebeur en van daardie oogpunt af was die toer tot dusver 'n mislukking vir die Springbokke. Hulle kan egter môre verlore aansien herwin deur die All Blacks te klop, maar nog 'n nederlaag sal sekerlik ernstige nagevolge inhou vir Suid-Afrikaanse rugby. David van der Sant, TV1 Nuus, Auckland.
Test 18-all, the team management faces a bleak future. With very little having gone right in the past 7 weeks, it looks very likely that coach Mcintosh and manager Jannie Engelbrecht have completed their last tour. This match report from David van der Sant with visuals courtesy of Supersport.
The All Blacks needed just 12 minutes to take a 6-0 lead. 2 penalties by Shane Howarth did the damage. South Africa were the better side on attack, but a golden chance to score was missed when centre Japie Mulder failed to pass the ball. And minutes later, their bad luck continued when new man Gavin Johnson missed a penalty kick. Johnson made amends when he received the final pass in the move, which resulted in the Springboks' first try. Johnson converted, but then suffered a cut to the eye. He was replaced by James Small, who made full use of the opportunity after being dropped. Small was instrumental in South Africa's second try, scored by Brendan Venter. Howarth slotted another penalty to take the half-time score to 12-9, South Africa leading. With the help of ill-disciplined Springboks, Howarth added 3 more penalties. Johnson also kicked 2. The final result, a big disappointment to Francois Pienaar and his team.
We played with a lot of commitment and determination, and when we had opportunities, we put the point on the board. So it's been a great game. It's been a moral victory in a sense, but very disappointed not to have taken it.
The final whistle did not only signal the conclusion of the tour, but perhaps also the end of the Springbok team management in its current form. After only 4 wins and 2 draws from 12 internationals, the coaching staff is to be replaced.
Oh, everybody's asking me. That's not for me to answer. That's for the powers that be that answer. No one's going to change me from my courage or my convictions, and I'll continue.
South African Rugby Supremo Dr. Luyt gave clear indications that there will be changes to the management team when his executive meet in Cape Town in 2 weeks.
I believe that unless we did that, we won't be going forward. And that's one thing that has to happen. We have to look at the structures. We have to look at what went wrong, why did it go wrong, did we perhaps not pay enough attention to the players, to the behavior, to the practices, whatever. We will have to take cognizance of that. We have to decide what we're going to do then.
The fact that the test match ended in a draw was of little consolation to the Springboks, who desperately wanted to win this one. They avoided a 3-0 whitewash, but will go back to South Africa as the first Springbok side not to have won an international in New Zealand. The players are likely to continue South Africa's aspirations to win next year's World Cup, but there's definitely going to be changes to the management. What those changes are going to be is anyone's guess.